Okay, we're going to do one more of these today. Now, I wanted to do a female, but what popped in is Richard Burton. And how many of us were so in love with his voice? I mean, he had the most wonderful voice, this deep voice that was just so luscious. That's all you could say, luscious. But you know what's so odd? He's popping in and I get, it's kind of like he had a difficult time with alcoholism, fueling. And I just have this feeling with him now, this connection of sadness, that he felt like a fake and a fraud. That's what I'm feeling. He felt like it's just tears. He's like with tears there, felt like a fake and a fraud. And that's why maybe he's wanting to come in, because that low self-esteem. Yeah, he worked to cultivate that voice. He was a really good actor, but he, for some reason, was driven by low self-esteem. And he's wanting to try to make things right from the other side as much as he can. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so I've already pulled cards, the beginning cards. So the topics, the ones that are underneath here are the topics. Okay, so this is that new reading style that I'm doing, the one I just did with Robin Williams. Now I'm doing with Richard Burton. So the first topic we have, and I'll read the topics: resilience. Under that, the challenge is clarity. The conscious thoughts are about tranquility. The way we see ourselves, and this makes sense with him, was discord. That feeling of low self-esteem and just not, being right in the world, not in flow, not in flux. Subconscious thoughts are about devotion. Energy surrounding it is earth, being grounded. The past is about energy. Hopes and fears are about being enchanted. Short terms are the challenges we face, and outcome is gratitude. Okay, so those are all great topics. So I pulled the first one, and again, this is about having resilience during our time here on the earth, because our time here is basically kind of short. We're surrounded by emotions, and with this outside, we're in the heart of the universe. The universe has our heart and watches for the actions, okay? So it's basically being resilient and having the best that you can have, okay? So that's what the beginning topic is about. Now we have clarity, but let's see what we have with clarity. We have clarity for your emotions, overflowing emotions while you're here, because we can get caught up in emotions. Okay, so again, this is about looking at what's coming up from your subconscious, overflowing emotions, keeping check on that, watching that, and keep to the higher things if possible with clarity. For the subconscious, we have tranquility. So let's see what we have with that. Tranquility. Okay. Trying to get away with things. Okay. So, you can't get away with it. So with this, we have the mental realm, and being caught in these things that are not so not so grounded in a good way. It's being caught with emotions, these negative passions, mentations, the negative mentations that are driving one, the actions from the emotions of negative mental spins, trying to get away with something, trying to perhaps convince yourself of being tranquil when you're not. So I think it has to get more with getting real with things. You can't get away with it, okay? You can't get away with it. You have to look at things realistically. And I also feel like that could be the warning of trying to numb yourself, like he did with the alcohol and stuff, or drugs or alcohol, trying to get tranquility, but you're not doing it in a right way. It's unproductive. So you have to be aware of, have a clarity of your emotions, get control on it, and not try to get away with stealing tranquility with unproductive means such as alcohol or drugs, okay? Because it's that feeling of, here he is trying to steal away and always looking over your shoulder, okay? So you're never really tranquil. You're always trying to fuel something in it's unbeneficial. It's this kind of, he's feeling like this kind of ruled his life. This was so destructive. So emotionally and physically. So with discord, we have discord, the wish-fulfilling thing, trying to, again, you have all these emotions that are ruling the mental state as well, okay? The emotions are ruling the mental state. The subconscious, when you're in discord, you have these things being ruled by the emotions and the subconscious, which causes the mental realm, the actions that you do. And you're so caught up in the mental emotional subconscious thing, and that is discord, that causes discord. So it's, again, coming back to get some clarity on your emotions. You can wish it to be a certain way, and it's that feeling of, again, of being a fake. It's like, I'm the merchant and I'm trying to convince yourself of something you're not, and you're being ruled by those negative emotions, things that you haven't handled. The subconscious things are fueling those emotional upheavals, which also fuels the mind. And the shoes he's wearing in this are the negative emotional things, okay? The negative emotional things, the jealousies, the petty, that type of things, which result in your actions from the subconscious. If you don't get clarity, if you don't get clarity with your emotions. So you let this emotional mental realm rule you, it's fueling you, and you keep trying to get away with things, and you keep trying to fuel these things with these the drugs, the alcohol, Okay, so let's go on. The subconscious is about being devoted. Okay, devoted, but again, this is the mental realm. You want to be devoted, and you want to have that, but feeling restricted. You're not feeling that you have the clarity when it comes to devotion, being able to connect with the divine is, because you are ruled by the subconscious here. The mental, you can see his shoes there are from the mental. He's walking in the mental subconscious. Okay? And he's not open to seeing. He's locked in that mental realm and really is closing himself off. Okay? So closing himself off. Yeah, closing oneself off from the divine. Okay? Not being fully open to that, and so you don't have direction, you don't have clarity. You continue to be fueled by the subconscious, the mental spins. Okay? Because you've got your back turned in this as well to the emotion. The emotion is behind you. You're trying to isolate yourself. Okay, you're isolating yourself. Ooh. And numbing yourself with drugs and alcohol and isolating, feeling isolating. Okay? Because you're not getting clarity on your emotions. Energy surrounding it. We have earth being grounded. Let's see what we have with that. Yeah, trying to hold on. In the earth plane was just trying to hold on. Here we have the subconscious, and then we have the things here of the earth, the things of here. He's not going towards the higher things, so it's going towards the temporal things, holding on to those things. It looked like for him, just holding on, trying to hold on. Because we have here, it's mainly just blind actions. Okay? And we have emotion, but the emotion is so, it's like that feeling of just trying to suppress the emotions. Trying to suppress it and hold on. Yeah. Suppressing those things. But really being ruled by the subconscious. Your actions are, it's like knee-jerk reactions. Because there's no light back here. It's all the subconscious things, just being ruled by that. Not being willing to open up. Not, yeah. And I don't feel like it's actions of greed. It's just trying to hang on. Feeling like one is basically kind of out of control. That they're being ruled by the subconscious. They're being ruled by the past. They're being ruled by this feeling of being a fake, being a fraud, being a low self-esteem. Okay? So I was talking about watching out. Get some clarity on your emotions. Look at these things rather than trying to and it's just is so sad. It's just like being caught in that wheel of trying to numb yourself and closing yourself off and not opening to the divine and not being willing to face your emotions, but trying to turn your back on it and trying to run away from it. And just clinging on to things for dear life, just trying to hang on to that. Okay, let's see what we have for energy. Past is about tempering the energy. You have one foot in the emotions and one foot in the heart. So you need to, saying with your energy, you need to see that there is a way forward, a higher way. There is a path to higher mental realm, higher understanding, okay? And you need to stay in balance, temperance. You need to stay in balance and keep the emotional things pure. When it comes to the subconscious realm, you have to keep in purity the higher things. Again, the mental things always going to the higher things. Okay? And keep to, it's just saying keep your energy on the higher things, in purity. Like I said, honesty, integrity, transparency, sacredness. Keep the emotions and things grounded. You can't turn your back on your emotions. You have to keep things heart-centered and in temperance. Okay? To go keep your emotions always towards the path, towards the higher realms, the higher things. So keep your energy looking towards temperance, balance. Keep things grounded in the heart center, the emotions in the heart center, okay? And the mental realm towards things, and things will grow and blossom. If you're keeping in the heart center, keeping the emotions in a good place, then these things can blossom into higher awareness, higher thoughts, higher things. As you transform, the subconscious starts to transform. Okay, so let's see what we have with the enchanted underneath of that. Enchanted, putting an end to enchantment or false beliefs. Okay, because we have this coming to the end of that mental realm of pain. Because here is being, where is he laying? He's laying there in these negative emotional states, the negative mentation that, when I see these colors, it's always the passions of jealousy and drama and things like that. Okay? These actions that have been done and coming to the end of that. We've got this dark, you've got the subconscious and kind of unconscious realm over the mental state. Over the mental state of the emotions and things. And this is that mind spin, coming to the end of that mind spin. Yeah, you've got to use temperance to come to the end of that mental spin. Okay? Which can really take one out. Because these things are ruled by, again, these negative, the negative emotions and mental realm of, again, jealousy and all of that type of thing that result in negative actions, which result in this mental spin and the subconscious being just in oppression from this dark negative thing. So you need to keep the temperance, which is above that, to keep that in check. And you need to, again, look at the clarity of your emotions. Okay? So, wow. Okay? So it's coming to the end of that cycle. If you want to come to that end of that cycle, where you feel like you've got swords in your back, your mental state is just, then you need to, again, have that temperance. You need to develop temperance and be willing to look at those emotions, get some clarity there. You need to stay grounded. One realm in the emotional thing and the other in the heart center, and go towards higher things. So let's look at the challenge. Short-term challenge. Ooh, we have that upside down. So the challenge is when you're not looking at, when you're unwilling to look at opportunities, okay? Not looking at opportunities, because we always have, you know, it's being willing to stay grounded in the heart. And what I just got with this, you're greater than the environment, okay? The trees are like this, and he's like giant. Okay, so you're greater than that environment, but you need to stay grounded and looking at opportunities being presented. And when you see it, but you need to see it more in clarity, because rather than seeing it through a skewed mentality and taking action, you need to watch what's in that mental realm, because this one is, it's not so bright, okay? It's not so and the colors here are not really bright and clear. So it's taking action, looking, but you need to look deeper at what's being presented, the opportunities, because this is a bit overturned, okay? You have a mountain of emotion back there. The mountain, they're blue. You've got a kind of a mountain of emotions. So it's, again, you got to go back to get clarity with your emotions when you're going through these challenges, so you can see the things, take right action on the things that are being presented in the world, the experiences, okay? So you need to look at them, because we all come here to have experiences. So if you're going to take advantage of it, you need to come to more clarity, rather than what happened with him is numbing yourself because you're feeling discord. Like I said, he felt like a fake. He felt like a fraud. And that's a sad thing. We were all so enamored with his voice, but he was in a lot of pain. He's talking about a lot of pain. Okay, the last one we have is gratitude. Judgment is coming out. Now, this it's gratitude for the judgment. It's not judgmental. It's when you leave the form, you know, the universe wants the best for you. And that was a freeing, a liberating thing, where he could come back and look at what happened in the lifetime, which he is now expressing to us as to things to watch out for that ruled his life. And so he is giving this, you know, we come out, the judgment, the horn blows, okay? we are in new emotional things and going towards the higher stuff. And gratitude, having gratitude for the experiences at hand, because this is a learning place, a school. So that judgment is not a negative thing. It's coming, and you get the life review, and again you have that freeing up. When you leave the form, you can feel the love. You can feel that love, compassion of God. Okay, that's there. So he's saying, look deeper at the experiences that you're being offered here. Choose well, okay, with your actions, but you need to get a handle on your emotions. You need to get some clarity as to what's driving this subconscious, or else you could be like he was, caught in these things of just trying to numb yourself, and being driven by those things of just feeling empty. There was a lot of feeling of emptiness there. And while he was here, he wasn't able to connect with the divine. It was a feeling like, I'm getting this feeling of sadness, like not worthy, feeling like at that time not worthy. But he's saying in the end, have gratitude. Don't feel unworthy of the divine. Don't feel unworthy of that, and keep your emotions and things heart-centered. Stay heart-centered, and don't go down a path of just the sadness and despair, and feeling unworthy, feeling because God is loving, okay, and he offers us this energy of the higher things. Keep to the higher things, okay, keep to the higher things. So that's what I'm getting from. It's wow, tough lessons today, really tough. But this is mainly the thing of open up. You need to get some clarity. Don't let your emotions shut down. Don't shut down. Basically, they shut down, and the emotions are, some of those, the emotions, the feeling of the swords in the back, it's overwhelming. And that feeling of being a fake and a fraud, of just not worthy, unworthy. He came from a coal miners, I think it was coal miners family. And he always carried that feeling, and I'm feeling him saying that I always carried that feeling of unworthiness, that I was lower. Okay, that I was lower, and so I was perpetrating a fake and a fraud with people. And that Elizabeth was also feeling as a broken person, so we could relate, but it was toxic. Neither of us was grounded or balanced enough. And so while we could relate to each other, we didn't have that stability. We were both wounded, very wounded. We were both very, very wounded people, and yeah, very passionate, but very wounded. And we both got caught in the drugs and the alcohol and trying to, now Elizabeth went through a lot of pain as well. She had fallen off a horse making that one movie and really hurt her back, and so she was in physical pain for a lot of her life, but she also had a lot of mental pain from her upbringing as well, was feeling as very much a wounded person. So she had that feeling of woundedness and also physical pain. And so they were, when they met, they were like magnets. We're like magnets drawn to each other and trying to be supportive of each other, but we didn't have enough. We both felt wounded, too wounded. Okay. And while others saw us and put us on pedestals, we were feeling. They were very fragile, very, feeling very, very fragile. And he's got some feeling of sadness about that people were kind of idolizing them because they were feeling very bankrupt in many ways, feeling very bankrupt in many ways, and just he didn't feel like he had much to offer the world. I had my voice, okay, and but when it comes to something of substance, I didn't have anything to give to the world. I didn't have something of substance to give. And so now he's from the other side trying to impress these lessons, giving what he can give that can be of benefit. Okay? Yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of that heart. He's not going to BS anybody about his life, what he had while he was here. It's a learning thing, and he's hoping that the lessons that he went through, the things that he experienced here, can bring some clarity to others now. And I just feel him getting ready to recede now, pull away. I get him feeling, impressing that Elizabeth is happy on the other side. That things are well on the other side, and that wounded heart and pain, they're ended, they're gone. And and maybe Elizabeth will tune in. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, love and light. Let me know what you think of these, and I'll see you online.